Say it. Do y'all know my catchphrase? What's up, nerds?
What's up, nerds?
Hi, Lucy. Hope you're doing all right, man. I had to. It is there. All right. Get your head up. No sadness or being not happy in here. Just kidding. I have to send me a picture of her, like, big belly. Like, from down here. She said, pants are too tight. All right. Okay. What am I doing? Am I good? Are we good? All right, sweet. Okay. Yeah, my bad. All right, so yeah, this is the, okay. About my affairs. What is my? Good. All right, it's going with affairs. Good. Okay, so read the letter. What's the word for read? We just had a second ago. The infinitive was legera. So how do you make an imperative? It's super nice.
S.
Wrong. You just knock off the RE. All right, so that's how you make a positive imperative. Now it's read. All right, what's the thing being read? Same thing as it was before. Epistolum.
Does that word never change? It's always epistolum.
Well, I mean, it's usually
It's
the object of the verb. It's going to look like that. Yeah. And then, so that is always going to be ut. And then you may learn is going to go at the end. But what's the word for learn? Dokeo is teach. Discora is learn. So the infinitive is discora.
Disgaze.
Ah.
Is it subjunctive?
Yeah, it has to be. That's the whole point of what we're teaching, dude.
Yeah.
All right, so this is present tense. Read. All right, right now. All right, so that's not going to be secondary. That's going to be primary, which means you have to use the present subjunctive in the purpose clause. All right, so now, since it was discora, that means it's what conjugation? Third. What's the stem vowel change for the third? She steals So now it's that. There you go.
I did discom.
That's I may read, or I may learn. M is I. This is you may learn. All right, and then about my affairs, day, same preposition as before. The word for affairs is raise. All right, so the infinitive, what? The plural ablative? All right, y'all remember this word raise? It comes from a's, ei, a's, arum, abus, a's, which is super, super rare. We don't see those endings a lot. But this word literally means thing, matter, issue, affair, situation. Raise means like scenario, something going on. That's what raise means. Whoa. Yeah, as long as you, I truly, I don't care about all the other stuff as much. But this has just got to be ablative plural. So you just change this ending to rebus.
That's the fifth declension.
This is fifth declension, yep. And then this one is my, so it just has to match it. So mates, it has to have the same kind of ending. But remember, all those special reflexive possessive adjectives, meaning my, your, his, hers, or its, or whatever, they are just, the stems for you or your is to, and then you just put first or second declension endings. For my, it's me with first or second declension endings. And then for his, hers, or its, it's su. If y'all remember that from last year. That had a chapter last year, but we haven't done a lot of that this year. So that's a little reminder. You can put any first or second declension onto these things. This is my, your, his, hers, or its. All right? Just put any ending on those and you're good to go. All right, so that's number 2. All right, any questions about number 2? Remember, if you don't ask, then I'm not going to slow down.
The imperative, that is I'm just trying to remember because I remember, what was the one that had the volative and the,
You're asking a good question. I know what you're asking.
Yeah.
Second person singular and second person plural can translate you should do something.
Yes.
So you're thinking about that one. And so if you translated read as like legos, like you should read, good job.
Good?
Yep.
Awesome.
Good question. Yep. Because that's basically like a mild imperative. So basically you can handle it the exact same way. Treat it the exact same way. All right, number 3. The girl sought him in order to learn about literature. All right. The girl sought him in order, just in order to learn. Okay. In order to learn about literature. All right. Elijah, walk me through the entire thing, dude. Let's go. No, it's a verb.
Verb.
Yeah, it's past tense. It's really weird. It's the past tense of seek. Y'all talk about English not being confusing. Are you kidding me? Yeah, just come sit on the floor. I don't care. You sit right here. Yeah, come on, dude. I'm telling you, if you sat on the front row, your life would be a lot better in this class. Highlight real boy. Sought who? Him. So,
It's an object.
yeah, the direct thing being sought. All right. In order to is that what?
Verb.
It's an adverb,
Adverb.
and it's what word? It means the same thing as so that. So it's the same word as so that.
Start with a B.
No, it's but. Yeah, it's the same thing as so that. All right. In order to what?
Learn.
Learn. So that's a what?
Verb.
Verb.
About literature is that all in one? Or is
Not all in one. It's a phrase.
Yes. Preposition.
Preposition and
Object.
object of preposition. Okay. All right. So the girl sought him is its own clause. So let's do that by itself.
Is that Philly?
No, it's daughter. Puelai.
Well,
Puella. Yeah, nominative singular. Subject noun. So just simple ending.
and saw is that peto?
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Wait, would it be perfect though?
Yeah, very good. So peto, petera, then it goes petiwi. So you need that guy.
And it's him, so would it be?
Not him. It's the girl sought.
So it's like T. Right?
It's T. So go ahead and spell it for me.
T-I-V-I-T.
There you go. Good. The girl sought, and then what's the pronoun for him? It's the same every time. Is, a, id, ace, aum, id, ao, ao. So you know it's a direct object, so what case does it have to be?
Accusative.
Accusative. You know it's masculine, and you know it's singular. So which one is it?
AM.
Am. There you go. So the girl sought him in order to, or so that.
To learn.
Yeah. Now here's the tricky part, which I can almost guarantee some of you guys did. Who put to learn as the infinitive and then just left it? Yeah.
I did the same.
It-
Discuss and put it in the subjunctive.
Well, the tricky thing here, and I don't blame you guys for messing this one up. Who's the subject noun of both clauses?
The girl.
Yes. So he said the ending had to be T here. That means the ending has to be T here. The girl sought him in order that she might learn about literature. Is like literally the fully fleshed
it's
out
another way of
wooden
saying it.
translation. Yes. This is an easier way to say it. A simpler, like this is like, we'll start like very evolved Pokemon, like big Pokemon, is the girl sought him out in order that she might learn about literature. And then lesser evolved Pokemon is the girl sought him out in order to learn about literature. And then the smallest little Pokemon is the girl sought him out to learn about literature. You guys see how you can condense it in English? You guys realize how freaking confusing that is?
Latin.
You say the same thing in 5 different ways, dude. It's the only way to say it in Latin. You got the same adverb, you got this clause on this side, same adverb right there, that clause on that side. It's the only way it looks Latin, okay? It's so consistent, okay? So yeah, don't let this trip you up thinking that that is combined. In order to is the adverb, or at least one way that we as English speakers translate that adverb. But it means the same thing as so that or to. So yeah,
So easy.
so easy. All right, about literature, let's just go ahead and do that first. Day. Oh, it's Elijah's turn, dude.
Oh, sorry.
Day, and then the word for literature is the same word as like.
Scuba. Wait.
No, that's a verb. Can't use a verb. That doesn't mean right though, so that's good. Brain's connecting. I'm so sorry, Lucy. You haven't been able to see this for a long time.
So weird.
Is she on Zoom?
No, I'm just doing a video. So the word for literature is literas. So that's like the plural. We just know how to make sure it's ablative. So I'm just going to go a little quicker.
No.
Literis, because day takes the ablative, so the ending just has to be
And
ablative.
it's Scott.
Huh?
It's Scott because
Disca. That's exactly it.
I just did literal.
Oh no, that would be it if it were the girl seeks him out. The girl seeks him out,
Secondary.
but this has got to be secondary. Good Parker. This is the girl sought him out. So remember, secondary, you got to use the whole what?
the infinitive.
Yes. So now it's just discorrect. instead of discuss. You were right though for the dude. That's some freaking Latin right there, baby. Let's go.
I have a question.
All right, Nate, your turn. Hop in the hot seat.
You got it.
Hot seat. Let's go.
I got it.
Peyton, you're next, so get ready.
Oh, for the
This
literature.
might
Live,
be
laugh,
all
love.
class.
Yeah, Literaries.
I
Yeah,
did
You might be
litera,
alright.
because
This could
I
take a
thought like
while.
literature was plural.
it is.
Or I
That's
meant
why it's.
singular. I meant singular.
Oh yeah, literature is always plural.
Okay.
So this word in the singular it means letter, meaning like a single letter, like A, B, C, D.
Oh.
In the plural, it can mean literature, because any combination of letters means that you're reading something, which constitutes it to be literature. Isn't that cool? That's kind of a fun way to think about it.
So sought is the perfect version of seek because
Yeah.
it was in the past.
Yes, it's
Okay.
completed. The girl sought. It's done.
All right.
So that's the perfect.
I looked at it as a whole entire different verb, so I got a different verb giving me a different.
That's all right.
second clause.
That's all right.
You're doing great, Caleb.
Yeah, were you doing Latin? Then you're doing great. That's the amazing thing about Latin. It's hard for everybody, but if you do it, you're getting better. All right, you just can't stop moving. If you stop moving, you die. Oh, whoops. All right, next sentence. Nate's sentence. They hid everything so that bad things would not be heard. Ooh, this is a good one. They hid everything so that bad things would not be heard. Ooh, I wonder what's firing off in your brain. All right, go ahead and label it.
Subject noun is
Good.
they.
Yeah,
Verb is hid.
good,
Direct object is everything.
good,
Is that the oot?
good.
I don't know what it's called.
It's just an adverb, yeah, good. Yeah. That's good that you see it though. It's dividing this clause from this clause.
Mal. Sorry, I don't know what that is.
Just
Adjective.
label it. Yeah, it's an adjective. Good, man. Whoa, I just had crazy deja vu. So read this sentence for what it is.
Things would not be heard.
Bad things would not be heard. So what does that make things?
Can there be two direct objects?
Well, there are two clauses.
So the object of the
There's no preposition. What's the whole verb?
would not be heard.
Yeah. Tell me what you can find out about that.
Heard is the verb.
Good. This is the actual action. Good. Keep going. You're doing great.
Would not. So there's got to be some sort of negative.
Good. There's going to be known in there. Or this can just be the negative nay.
So you can say that.
100% nay just makes it would not be instead of would be.
Already takes out would.
There you go. Yeah. Well, would goes with the tense and form that you're going to make heard into. But this is the thing I'm most excited for you to catch. It's okay. It's hard. We haven't had one in a while. I'll be honest.
I got it.
Let me ask you this question: are bad things doing the hearing? So what voice is this? Remember, voice is active. Active as if the bad things were hearing.
So pass.
Good. Bad things would not be heard. So now you're just going to use your passive personal endings instead of your active personal endings. Remember, your active personal endings are MST, must, tis, and that's what all of your friends have had the luxury of bang rang. Everyone else has been able to do the active. You're the first one in a while to do the. Yeah, dude, you nailed it. That was tight. All right, good. All right, so now you actually know what's going on. Yeah, you're set.
They. I don't know.
You don't need to, because guess what? You know the ending.
I do.
What's the ending for they?
Enter.
Yeah, well, this one's pass. This one's not passive. This one's active. Look.
Just end.
Yeah. This one is they hid. They're the ones doing the hiding. All right, so what's the word for hide?
I don't know.
That's okay. What's the word for hide? Yes. Occulto, occultara. So they hid. Occulto, occultara. What are the other principal parts? Occultawi, tatum. Good, man. They hid. Is that they hide?
No.
What is this tense?
Passive.
Not passive. That's not tense. That's.
Oh, it's. I don't know. Subjunctive.
Don't panic. Don't panic. It's done. What's the tense for when things are done? They're done in the past. What's that tense?
Indicative.
That's not tense. That's mood. That means that things are happening. That means that it's an actual event.
Should I have no clue?
Perfect. They hid.
Okay.
So it's done. So what principal part do you use when things are done?
The second.
No, this is all the present active system and the present passive.
Third one.
The third one is the perfect active. So this is perfect active situation. So you're going to use the perfect active
Okay.
principal part. All right. So the stem here is going to be what? Spell it for me.
OCCULTAV.
Maybe. Well, is that the ending? The ending has to be NT. But what tense are we in? Remember I told you that these will be the most common endings ever? The perfect active endings? You're exactly right. That's the stem. You've done great. I'm just helping you out on what ending to use now. The perfect active endings. Your perfect endings are ist, it.
Eron.
Good. Good. So that's the verb. Good job. Dude, that's intense. Take a second to realize what you just did. That's sick. Realize how tight that is? Seriously. Like you had the epiphany with your mom or whatever? Take a second to realize you're able to do that. Now, I know you're like, I'm helping you. But like still, dude, that's an amazing thing. Y'all doing this class is an amazing thing. Nobody else does this stuff, dude. I have like 40 students total. I asked like Mr. Jackson, like he's doing like pre-cal. It's like 140 students doing that kind of math. You guys are like the only people doing this kind of stuff. It's just sick. All right, keep going.
So is that finished? No.
No, everything. And there's a word for this. This is kind of tricky. Does anybody want to help him on this one?
Would it be omne?
Yeah, yeah, this is the tricky. What case does it have to be in? I'd be happy with whatever. What case does it have to be in?
Direct object.
Yeah, it has to be accused of direct object. So if you were to do omnem or omnes, I'd be okay with it. It just has to be accusative. This is such a tricky word because everything sounds plural, right?
But sometimes everything.
But everything can be talking about like a singular thing, like all of it. I don't know. So it's yeah. I would have taken both. All right, let's keep going. I'm stretching out too hard.
So nay.
Yeah. So that not,
Mal.
and then there's the not here. So that is the root mal, but it's got to go with things. Remember, I told you the word thing, matter, affair, situation. You remember that word we just had it up here a second ago? Raise.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's got to be the subject noun plural. So yeah.
Does it combine with noun?
No, this is an adjective. I'm going to get you that
so
ending in a second.
Same ending?
Wouldn't be the same. That's actually what I'm waiting on. So give me the subject noun plural of raise. A's, A-E-A-M-A, A's, arum, avis, A's, avis.
The
So-
first one at the top.
Yeah, raise. You got it. But now, this is feminine plural, nominative. So what ending does this have to have? It's a first or second declension adjective. So you can't just slap A's on it. Because malus, mala, malum is a first and second declension adjective, meaning it only takes first and second declension. So what are the feminine endings?
I.
Yes. You have to use that one. Good. All right. And then would not be heard. What's the verb for hear, to hear? Think about like you have video and
Would
that's it. You have video like on a stereo or on a TV or something. You have video and you have what? There are two functions. Audio. So audio is the first principal part. What's the second? Good, man. So what conjugation is that?
Third. No, that's fourth.
Yeah, this is fourth. All right. But what can you do here? Since this is in secondary, like Parker told you, this is secondary, or someone told you, maybe you told me. This is a secondary situation because this is past tense. Remember, perfect, imperfect, and pluperfect. If it's on this main clause, what form of the verb do you have to use on this side?
Perfect past.
Slow it down. What form of the verb do you have to use in purpose clauses? There's only two options. You either use the present subjunctive or the imperfect subjunctive. This is for primary. This is for secondary.
Imperfect.
Good. So you don't have to think much, because look, you found the infinitive. Guess what the stem is for the imperfect subjunctive? Huh?
Aldi.
For the imperfect subjunctive. Remember, it's my favorite tense for this reason.
Just leave it.
The infinitive is the same. It is the stem. But now it's bad things. So what's the ending?
A's.
Of this, yes. This is the subject noun. So bad things is plural. So what needs to be the ending of this verb to reflect the subject noun? Plural. Yeah, to make the verb plural with its subject noun. It's the one. So let me ask you this way. First person, second person, third person. You got I, you, he, she, it, we, y'all, they. Which pronoun up here matches this situation? Bad things. What would be the pronoun to describe bad things? He, she, it. That would be one thing, a bad thing, like a bad thing. But this is bad things. You see how it's plural?
Yeah.
So the one that you could say, the bad things, they. Yeah, so what ending do you need? Present passive ending. Be heard. Enter. That's it. All right. They hid everything so that bad things would not be heard. All right? This is such high level language learning, dude. Nobody does this, man. You're doing this as like 14-year-olds. What?
Instead of nay, I did oot and then known in front of.
I would accept it, but like you see how this is just so much easier and so much more blazoned in your face. If nay is used instead of ut, you know that something is not happening in the second half.
It's definitely not.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it literally is the first syllable of negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So yeah, I wouldn't count off. I wouldn't be like mad at you for not using nay, but that's why nay exists, is so that this whole next clause is negative.
I also did for everything.
All right, Peyton, hop on up here. What's up?
I
Keep
did
going.
raise
So you did everything.
yeah.
You made it an adjective. I wouldn't take off for that either, but once again, that's just more work that you don't need to do. All right. Man, I'm gonna keep up this hot seat thing. This is gonna work. All right. We ought to be together in order to be happy. We ought to be together in order to be happy. All right. What's up, dude?
I forgot to do the college board things last night, and now they're closed.
Jackery.
I went home
You dinglehorn.
with the full intention of
Give me my
doing it,
marker back.
and now I can't do them.
Well,
So,
thanks for telling me.
Huh?
Thanks for telling me.
Just wanna
Go
let
do
you know.
go do 10 Hail Marys, and 5 lashings on the back.
I got you.
All right. We ought to be together in order to be happy.
We ought to be is the first clause.
Good.
To be together.
Good.
Is the first clause.
Good.
We is subject noun. Ought is your verb. And to be together, is that a preposition?
No. Remember, this verb ought always has a what with it. Because it's a verb that's incomplete without another what next to it. To blank. What form of a verb is that? To blank.
Like to do something?
Yes. It's the second principal part. Every second principal part translates that way. To love. Amara. Discara. Aldira. What are those called? Second principal parts.
Oh, infinitive?
Yes. So this verb ought has to have an infinitive with it. So this is an infinitive. Not a prepositional phrase.
Yeah.
This is to be the infinitive. And then together is just a preposition.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then in order is the right?
In order?
In order to.
Good. Because I don't want you to link that up with that
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Okay? In order to is ut.
Be happy is that direct object? Or I feel like there's no direct object.
Very good. Trust your gut. You're a good student. Good. That's a gut reaction, dude. That means it's real.
Yeah.
That means it's not up here. You have it. That's good. That is not a action verb. And that is not a noun. Happy is a what?
Adverb?
It's not an adverb either.
Adjective.
It's an adjective. It's describing us.
Yeah.
And be is just what verb?
Assume.
Yep. This is the being verb. So this is your linking verb.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, let's do it.
Okay, so we ought, that comes from debeo.
Devera.
Good. So,
Um,
how do we get our stem?
knock off the RE.
Knock off the RE. Who's the subject noun? We. What's the ending for we?
Debemus.
What the heck is that noise? Sounds like crickets. All right, go ahead. That's so tight. That's so tight. Keep going. What's to be? That's the being verb.
Sum.
Sum.
Sumus est.
That's it conjugated. Do you need its conjugation?
No.
No, you just need its infinitive. So what's the infinitive of sum?
Oh wait. Is it? It starts with a P, doesn't it?
No. You're mixing it. I figured you were doing. That's okay. Sum essa fui.
fui.
These are the principal parts of sum.
Okay,
So this
so
is
just
this.
essa.
Yeah, good. We ought to be. We
Okay.
ought to be. And then the word for together.
I did una.
There you go.
Okay.
That's it. Una. That's together. Good. Let's go. All right. Now we can just put ut.
B. Is that the same thing? Essa. Or no?
Well, here's your issue. What have you not decided? What have you not decided? Remember, this is the. I'll give you a hint. A little pun. This is the primary goal here. Is to figure out the sequence of tenses. We ought. What tense is that?
It's primary, right?
Good. Because what tense is that?
Active or
Tense. Meaning what time?
in the present.
Present.
Yeah.
So it's a present tense, so you're primary. Good. So what does this need to be? If this is primary, what form does this linking verb need to be in?
Does it be like imperfect or?
That's the secondary. Whenever you're dealing with past tense stuff in the main clause, that's when you're going to deal with imperfect subjunctive in the subjunctive clause.
Okay, so do we need to make it?
You need to make it what?
Present.
Good. Present what?
Present active.
Present subjunctive.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
So what's the verb for to be? Good. How do you make that present subjunctive?
Do you take the second principal
No.
part?
So easy. And that's why you forgot it. You never really had to think hard about this. And
Oh,
that's
is
why.
it sim?
Yes. And who's the subject noun still?
We.
We ought to be together in order that we.
Simus,
There you go. Electric, dude.
and then happy is that Felix?
Yeah, you can use that one. Good. But it's got to be plural, nominative plural. So you can't leave it Felix. You have to change it to its stem, which is Felic.
Felix. Yeah.
And then what's,
And then-
because it's third declension, blank S, E,
and,
M. Yeah.
oh, I.
No, I. A's.
A's on.
There you go. So it'd be Felic A's.
Okay.
Good. Guys, good job. All right, Caleb, hop in the hot seat just for a second. Yeah.
Sure. The question I had earlier on that was confusing. I realized what I did. I was looking at essa and not debemus because I was trained debemus as the subject noun. So,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I put essa at the second
I
half
gotcha.
again.
I got you. That's not a bad mistake. All right, so here we go. Your sentence is, we had to be together in order to be happy. So this is the same sentence, but one thing has changed. We had to be together. English is insane. That's insane. We had to be together in order to be happy. I hate that.
What?
I hate that.
I'm sorry.
This word in English is the most insane word of all time. It's insane. It can mean like 9 different things.
Wow.
All right, go ahead.
We is the subject noun,
Yeah,
and then had to be would be the verb.
careful. You're right. That's a verb phrase, but be
wait,
careful.
had is the verb. To be would be the infinitive.
Good. There you go. That's what I want to hear. You're right. This is a verb phrase, but and then together is all the same.
And then together would be the direct object. no. The
It's what it was before. Remember what it was before?
oh, the
Una. It's a preposition.
preposition.
It just means together. Yeah.
And then in order, to would be the ut, so that'd be an adjective. No,
Adverb.
yeah, adverb.
Mm-hmm.
And then be happy, would that be, be would be the linking verb,
Mhm.
and then happy would be the adjective.
Good. Still describing who?
It would be we.
We. Still describing we.
Yes.
All right. So only one thing has changed in this sentence, and that's the time that it occurred. We ought to be together is right now. We had to be together
That is in the past.
That's in the past. What tense?
That is the perfect tense.
Good. So this is when you would need to know debeo, debera. And if you don't know these, then you can't do it. That's why it's so important that you go back and you review. You got to review principal parts. Parker, sorry I didn't get to get you up here. Lily, I'm sorry I didn't get to get you up here either. I'm sorry. Okay. What's the third principal part?
Debui.
Debui. Good. All right. So what's the stem of debui?
I.
What's the
Oh,
stem?
the stem. Debu.
Debu. We had.
Imus.
Imus. E is the it. Imus is this Aaron. Good. All right. And then together, yeah, we'll just leave that right there like that.
Oh,
All right.
I did habu.
To be would be Essa.
See, that's what's confusing. You took the have translation of this. Had is the past tense for that.
I put to be in pluperfect.
I see what you, yeah, because there's
We're on this.
3 already. You got the pluperfect helping verb. You've got the past tense of possession. And now you have the past tense of necessity. All the same word.
So
Wow.
which
That's
one
insane,
it?
dude.
It's
English is
actually
so
the
dumb.
one We should.
Yes, we should. We should have. We should have been. That would be the exact same way to say it. We had to be. I hate English, dude. All right. In order to, and then B, this is what I want to see. If this is past tense, we're not in the primary sequence anymore. We're in the secondary sequence.
So on past tense, you had to use the imperative subjunctive.
Careful. Not the imperative, the
Imperfect
imperfect subjunctive, which is the what?
You had sum essa, so you use essa.
Golly, dude, you're electric. And who's
And
still the
then-
subject now?
We, so it would be essa must.
That's a must. Good. It was the infinitive over here. We had to be together, but now it's the infinitive used in this in order that we would be. Good. And then happy would just be the same thing. Felices. All right. So guys, there are so many good exercises for y'all to do in here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a video for real, and I'm going to make sure no matter what it's uploaded. Okay? Because last time it was bad.
For YouTube.
Yeah, but I'm going to send you guys the link, and it's going to be me walking through all the other exercises in this. And guys, they're just translations. So it'll be like legit translations that I'm walking you through. Watch the video. Watch the video. Review your vocab, and you'll be good.
5, 6, 7.
Huh?
Which ones?
Yeah, I'm going to do 5, 6, and 7. You don't need to do them. Just watch me go through.